Hello and welcome to today's video, which is about the order of operations. So this is basically a fancy way of saying which order does the computer do things in. It's an idea that comes from maths originally, because the order that you do different mathematical calculations will affect the answer. So let's just look at the spreadsheet. You can see I've got some numbers here, just a few in columns D to H. So let's just pick a cell, and we're going to put a formula in there, equals D2 plus E2. So what's the answer going to be? It's going to do 10 plus 5 equals 15. Okay, so far so good. Now what happens if we put in here divides by G2? What's the answer going to be this time? And the question is it going to add D2 and E2? 10 plus 5 equals 15. And then divide by G2, which the answer, so 15 divided by 5 would be 3. Or is it going to do the division first and say E2 is 5 divided by G2 is 5, so 5 divided by 5 is 1, plus D2 is 10, so the total will be 11. So you can see, depending on which order things are done, you get a different answer. So I'm going to put you out of your misery and press the enter button, and the answer is 11, because Excel does this bit first, E2 divided by G2, 5 divided by 5 equals 1, and then it adds D2, which is 10, so total of 11. So it's important to have the computer do exactly what you want. You are the boss, so you have to tell it exactly what you want it to do. In some situations, this order of operations problem is not an issue. If everything is plus or minus, the answer will be the same whatever the order is. So if you look at the figures again, if we add 10 plus 5 equals 15, plus H2, 6 equals 21. If we do it in the reverse order, 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 10 is 21. The answer is the same. And if you have a mix of pluses and minuses, then the answer is going to be the same. So this time let's do 10 minus 5 is 5, plus 6 equals 11. And the answer is the same as if we do 6 minus 5 is 1, plus 10 equals the 11. So when you've only got pluses and minuses, this is not a problem. The problem arises where you have pluses and minuses mixed up with multiply and divide. So what do we do about this? The big solution in Excel is you use brackets to tell Excel what you want done first. So if I put a bracket around D2 plus E2, it's going to do D2 plus E2, 10 plus 5 first, get 15, and then after that it'll do the divide by G2, and the answer will be 3. Let's check it out. Yeah. If I remove those brackets, we know if there's nothing at all, the answer is going to be 11. Let's say I put the brackets around the division part of it, E2 divided by G2. 5 divided by 5 equals 1, plus 10 equals 11. And there you go. So you should use brackets to tell it what to do first. And it's good practice to use brackets even where you think maybe they're not necessary. So in this example where we had, the answer was 11 with no brackets. If we put the brackets around the divide part, the answer is still 11. It's still good practice to do that and put the brackets in so that there's no doubt about what you want done first. You can have situations where there's more than one bracket, where there's a bracket inside another bracket, and what it will do then is it will do the inside bracket first and then the outside bracket. So, important in some situations, particularly where you're mixing plus and minus calculations with multiplying and dividing calculations, you need to define the order you want things to be done. Personally, I wouldn't worry too much about the theoretical order of what's going to happen. You are the boss. You dictate what's happening. Put your brackets in what you want Excel to do first. And that's the end for today. See you next time.